It ain't gonna fall. See me?
Yeah. Nice. There we go. Hey, so how long you been out for?
I came home in May.
In May.
Yep.
Was that your first time being locked up?
In prison, yeah, not county. But yes, it was my first time.
And how long was you locked up for?
I got locked up in November of last year, 2024. So it was about 6 months.
What they get you in there for?
Possession of a controlled substance.
So you went from the county to what?
Logan.
To Logan.
Correctional Center.
And that was the only one you went to? You didn't go to any other?
No, I went to Logan and then I got transferred to Decatur.
Decatur is a prison too? How far is that?
Yeah.
From each other?
And it's in Decatur, and then Logan is in Lincoln, Illinois.
So a quick question on the what was it? The Logan one, because I asked you about the IC solutions. That's what they use that for email too?
They use it for everything now. When the day I left, the women had got new tablets. And like free tablets, that they got to use and they can make phone calls off of. But like prior to that, it was like that secure stuff. And we didn't like get tablets. We had a kiosk we could use and like things like that. But yeah, like IC Solutions, it's a new thing. They brought tablets to the facility. They tried it with the men first to see like how it would work and how it would go. And it went well. So the women got them. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to do that because I left the day that the women got the tablets passed out to them. But yeah, so it's IC Solutions now.
Have you ever did a video visit even through the kiosks?
No, not in prison. I didn't get any visits while I was actually in prison. I got visits in county, but not prison.
So for the county one, you have to drive there to do the video visit, or can you do it from home?
You could do visits online now too for county. I didn't stay in Will County. I got locked up on my warrant in Will, but they transferred me to Grundy County where I got my charges, and they transferred me there. And there they have a video visit where you can do it through your phone. So nobody had to come up there or anything like that.
Do they really monitor you there? Are they strict?
Not really. No.
Huh? Damn, I don't know.
They're supposed to, but they don't.
So you could get away with doing stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you could do that in prison too. Yeah, it's not hard.
It's not.
Oh. No, they don't really pay attention,
Okay, then I'm gonna try that to add Logan. Man. Okay, so what was the moment that you realized that you was really going to prison?
So when Christmas came, I took my time a week before Christmas, and I thought I was gonna be home for Christmas, I thought, the judge was going to give me one more chance. I was in drug court, and I just kept messing up. So when the judge denied me another chance and told me, my only option for you is your prison time, it didn't, really hit me until, like I said, Christmas, without my kids. And the day after Christmas, I got sent to Logan. So, it was real. It was definitely real. And then NRC is being in segregation 24/7. So that was the first time I've experienced that. And yeah, it was bad. No phone calls, nothing but letters. And they take forever to get out, so it's pointless.
Well, so you went to the first court proceedings. Did you have a lawyer, or they gave you one?
No, I had my public defender already. My case was ongoing. I caught my case in 2022, but I took drug court, and my stipulations to drug court was if I don't do what they ask, then I do the prison time that they, assigned to me. And at the time they gave me a year and at 50. So my year, 2 years at 50, so that was a year. But I had did county time, like, in between while I was, like, fighting my case. I kept getting locked up and, things like that. So I had time added to that. So when it was time for me to go to prison, that got added onto my 1 year sentence. So I only ended up doing about 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
And what's something about a women's prison that you would never expect?
There's a lot of, like, 90% of the prison, of the women in the prison all have HIV, STDs of some sort, AIDS. It was just really surprising to me, honestly. And then another thing that was surprising to me is a lot of women do meth. Like, I didn't know meth was, like, this shit. But, yeah, like, everybody does meth. A lot of women in prison are there due to their meth addiction or something that had to do with, meth. But, yeah, those are really the two things that surprised me.
Hey, so two questions about that. So, how do you find out if somebody, like, got AIDS? I know they do drug tests, but are they, like, secret with it? Or you would know, like, that person had AIDS?
So, what they do in the prison is they try to keep you away from anybody that has anything like that. You usually get put, like, on a unit with people that have, something similar to what you got. But there is really no way to, like, really find out. The nurses talk a lot, but the way that you find out is when you initially get to prison, they do blood tests and all these exams on you to make sure you're clean, make sure you don't have anything, because you are around other women. And then in Decatur, they have babies there. Women can have their babies with them. They can be pregnant and have their babies there and take care of their babies on a mom unit. And so being there, they have to make sure that you're not just walking around with some disease or something, and there's babies being brought in the same places that you were, like chow hall, things like that. So, and plus people talk. So, like I said, the nurses talk, and then, they tell one person something, and that person tells the whole prison damn near. So, it's like there's nothing is really a secret there.
So, was it easy to get drugs in there? Was people bringing drugs in?
So the only thing that's, like, really popular when I was there is, like, K2, and I didn't see any of it, but I heard about it. And then Suboxone, like, people do a lot of Suboxone. They cheek it. It's called cheeking it because it's a film that dissolves under your tongue. And so when you go to the Suboxone line, the women that are on it, they would, like, lick their shirt or something because they're being watched. Because it's a narcotic. They're being watched until it dissolves. But, people cheek it and get it back. And a piece of the strip goes for $50. A whole strip goes for $300.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was something that was really, really big in there. And for women that was never, like, heroin addicts or on opiates, prior to their sentence, this Suboxone would get them very, very high, So it was, like, a rush for them. But the only thing I really seen was Suboxone and, like, cigarettes. Cigarettes are still a thing. And they're $10 for something that you can't even see the tobacco in. So, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And can you walk me through, like, your first 24 hours behind?
So my first 24 hours, I got there, and usually when you go, there's going to be a lot of other people that's coming that day. So they have, like, special days that they pick for all these counties to come bring the prisoners, So when I got there, there was a lot of women there, but there's, like, a process, and a lot of the inmates work there. So a lot of the inmates are helping the actual employees with the process of, getting you into the prison system or whatever. So, like, I got there, First thing they do is make you pee. You go in this little cell. They make you pee. And then you dress out of the clothes you wore in county. And you dress into, when I was there, it was a banana suit. It's a yellow suit, jumpsuit. They search you. You do like a mental health assessment. You do like all in this one room. There's like these little offices, and you're just going in a circle pretty much, doing all these little odd things, whether it's talking to a counselor, a nurse, like all these things to get yourself settled in type thing. But like after that, I got sent to my unit, which my pod or whatever, and the first 24 hours, it was really just mainly sleeping. You get there and you're around 100 and something women, and they're, you've never seen them, never met them. They're all strangers to you. So I kind of just slept my first 24 hours. The second day, I kind of came out a little. I ate out there. People aren't as bad as you think they are when you're in there. I only got in one fight when I was in prison, and that was my first week that I was there, and I was with my cellie. So, it wasn't that bad.
What y'all getting in the fight over?
Well, it's a long story. She touched my stuff, and I just didn't like it, and she was like going around talking shit about how she did it.
Oh shit!
But she was denying it to me, so I locked her in the cell with me.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to SEG for 2 weeks.
What's that? Yeah. What's that like? The SEG?
Segregation. Yeah. You're just in a cell 24/7. There's you have nothing of your you can't have none of your stuff. All you can get is a mat, a sheet, and a pillow and a blanket, and a cup for water, and that's it.
Some prisons in Texas, they complain about it being really, really, really hot. What was the conditions like in there?
It was very, very hot, and it was winter time, but they had the heat on, and it was so hot. They wouldn't open our chuck holes, so it was so hot in there. I almost passed out. It was that hot. And we have windows, but they used to open, but they screwed them shut, so you can't open them no more. So we had no air circulation in there at all. It was really hot, but I couldn't imagine being in Texas. They would have smoked my ass. I ain't gonna lie, for sure. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, you always talking. What type of food did you eat there? What time did they cook for you, and then what type of food you had in your commissary?
Okay, so I worked in the kitchen, so I prepared lunch. So I got to eat what the COs ate. There's it's called a CO, a CO kitchen type thing. They can go in there and get food that we prepare for them, and they usually get real meat and just real food. And we got to cook it for them. Meanwhile, we're cooking soy patties and shit for us. But we did get to eat it. So that's pretty cool. But I would make all kinds of stuff. And every week we'd have fried chicken. Just anything. But personally, I would, when I cooked, I would make potato. And it's just mushed up chips. And I used to get these little rib packets. It's real ribs. And I'd mix it with rice. I sell Velveeta rice. And I'd mix that. And you just put it in a garbage bag, and put that motherfucker in the hot pot. And let that bitch cook for 2 hours. I'm motherfucker be fired too. But I was a potato freak, so I didn't really cook much. If it wasn't nachos, I made cheesecake in there, an Oreo cheesecake. There's probably a lot more you could cook. I wasn't a fan of burritos, bricks. It's more of a county thing. So I kind of left that shit in the county, and potatoes was my thing. But you eat we cook everything that we eat on the outside, we eat in there too. It's not as bad as you think. Like county food is terrible. Like prison food's not that bad. You get fed halfway decent.
It was a lady in Florida that told me about a brick, how she made her brick, but it sounded nasty as fuck. What? Tell me the process and what food is in the brick.
Brick? Okay, so like you could put anything in a brick, but like normally it's noodles. You blow up your noodles. If you got hot water, great, because you're gonna need it. You blow them up, and then you drain them a little bit. But you crush up chips too, and you just like, I mean, it's really just chips, noodles, cut up pickles or like jalapeno peppers, cheese, some kind of meat. It could be any meat, literally any meat. And then it's just like you mix it all up, and then you put it in a bag, and it like with that hot water and that noodle and all that, it like blows up and forms like this jelly looking, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's good though.
Is it?
It's good. It is good. It doesn't look appetizing, but it is fire though. With like some decent meat. You ain't using tuna and shit, like, you know. Like, yeah, it's not bad.
I gotta see that, because she was saying some other shit. It was like mayonnaise and all this other crazy shit. I was like,
you could use mayonnaise, yeah.
Yeah, it tastes good. I gotta see what this is. A brick.
It's like just a mix of different things. Like it's like a poor meal. Like when you like are on your last, and like especially in county, you don't get like what we get in prison, you know. So you kind of gotta just make it work. But like prison, you get all kinds of different meats and shells and like tortilla shells and pasta sauce, noodles, like, you know, you can get anything in there, meatballs, like anything, and you know, you can cook it. So it's a little easier to cook in prison. County is a little harder. You don't have a hot pot. You gotta ask for hot water, and that's if they give it to you. So most of the time, you're probably blowing your noodles up with cold water. Yeah, it's bad.
Did y'all make liquor in there?
Liquor, yeah. Why can't I think of the name of it? Yeah, I can't think of the name of it. But yes, you can. Just fruit, bread, and I think water. I never made it, but they do make it. They make it all the time.
You tasted it? Is it good?
I never tasted it.
Oh, you haven't?
No. Nah.
What's the hardest thing you have to deal with mentally or emotionally?
Being away from my kids, missing holidays and birthdays and, you know, stuff like that. That's important.
And how do you stay safe in prison?
How do I stay safe?
Yeah, or how do you stay safe? If it was like a normal person.
Prison's a joke. Like, it's not like a man's prison at all. Like, it's completely different. It's not what you think. Like, it was a joke. The bitches in there are jokes too. Like, nobody's really on shit at all.
Any guards try to have sex with you?
No. I mean, not from my experience, but I've heard it happening. It's happened for sure. They usually get fired.
Were there any cliques, gangs? What do people not understand about prison?
I think people, I don't know. What don't people understand about prison? Prison's supposed to break you. It's supposed to, you know, make you change your ways or whatever. But that's not necessarily true. And I think that a lot of people get these 1 year, 2 year sentences, and when they get out, they go back to the same thing because that 1, 2 years seems like it flies, you know, by once you're back out in the world. You know, it wasn't shit. It went by fast, you know. So when you get people that get these, you know, 8 to even 6 to 12 years sentences, I think that's kind of what changes the mindset a little bit. The mind adapts and so does the body eventually. So I think like even, I don't know, I just feel like people don't understand that, for us, it's supposed to make us stronger, even though the system's meant to break you, it is supposed to make us stronger. So especially mentally, being forced away from your people, your everyday lifestyle, just everything has changed. So I just think that, people need to start taking those 1-2 year sentences a little serious.
What was your day-to-day like in there? Did you do the same thing every day, or every day was different?
Well, I worked in the kitchen, so I got up at 4 a.m. I would shower and get ready. I had to be at the chow hall by 5. I usually would get off about 2. Go back to my unit. I'd shower again. I was a cook, so I was always sweaty and greasy. But yeah, I'd get back to my unit, probably make me something to eat, go to gym about 4 or 5, or yard about 5 or 6. Yeah, and then I just come back and make myself dinner. I usually didn't go to dinner in the chow hall. I usually make myself something, and then probably just stay in the day room and watch a movie until it was time to lock down.
What good movies they had in there?
I don't really remember. They played a lot of movies though. We had like a prison movie channel where like the officers had control over that channel and they had it connected to like a DVD player. So they would play a movie every day and it'd just replay all day long. So you could get a chance to watch it. But like that was every day a new movie would get put in. So we watched all kinds of movies. And then we had cable too, so.
I got 3 more. One of them I'm not gonna put on the thing. But if you could send one message to somebody that's headed to prison, what would it be?
Stay strong. It's temporary. Like I said, the mind adapts and so does the body. It gets easier. Learn something. Take something from the experience. And don't let it happen again. That's it.
So the date that they gave you, did you get out earlier or on that date? And how did they tell you?
I got out earlier. I got out about a week early. Like I said, I was working in the kitchen, and by the time my job was done and my days got put in, I was already 2 weeks from being put out, like going home. So I only got out a week early. But the day before I got out, I didn't know I was going home. They came and got me the day before I left and told me, like, you're packing out. So I had to pack all my stuff and all that good stuff. And then, that next morning I left.
So what was the first thing that you did when you got up?
Smoked a cigarette.
That's it. You was craving for a cigarette.
Yeah, and I got lightheaded. I thought it was going to be a shit, too. It was not that at all.
Yeah.
It tasted so nasty.
What was the other things that you did when you got up?
I smoked a blunt. I went and got food. I drove a car. I went and showered and changed into some new clothes, some new shoes. Just popped out. Nothing major.
That's what's up. Hey, so do you still get in contact with anybody that you was like that with, or what?
No.
I didn't talk to nobody from in there?
Nah. I didn't really go there to make friends,
I feel you. That's what's up.